Okay. Excuse me. I think I'm live. You shall see, but welcome everybody. That was some chapstick on the cold and all the hot sauce I eat. Burning my lips up. I'm just saying. So welcome. I'll just let me pull this up so I can see comments and whatnot. Just refresh that. How's everybody's week been? Oh my goodness, I hope it's been great. So what we're going to do tonight, let me zoom in here a little bit. I don't know if that helps. There we go. For me, I don't look like I'm zoomed in. I don't know about y'all. Oh, yep, there it goes. I got a lag. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do, hey Lee, hey Linda, hey Rhea, how are ya? We're going to do this 18-inch round. I got these from Lori. Okay. It is a wood round. I went ahead and painted it white. I painted it it's a folk art wicker white. Okay. Painted everything. So I got that pre-done. I just kind of whitewashed it with another color. That is, and I mixed the white with water and this, what colors? Khaki tan. Just, you know, a touch of that khaki tan in there. And I just took water in my brush and just kind of washed it to give it that little wash look going down the center here. Alright, so that's all I did to pre get this going here. Okay, hey Nancy, how are you? So let me show you how to find your center. Okay, so what, let me just show you real quick what we're going to do. Holy crap, Susan, back down and come on. So we're going to use some Modge Podge tonight. Okay, we're going to use these McKenzie, I always want to say fillets, napkins. Okay, I forget what this pattern's called. I know it and I cannot think of it. And then I cut some vinyl lettering at work. This is in a metallic gold to match this strip. Hey Betty, how are you? To match the gold strip in here, which is going to be our trim across our line there, okay? And then our welcome, this is thicker, this is thinner. Our gold's going to be outlined. It's going to be an outline for this black lettering, okay? So we're going to put these on. I'll show you how to do that. It's very simple. I do it every day, all day long. Okay, so we got our napkins, we got our round, okay? So to start, has anybody got any questions before we go? Hey Tracy, how are you guys? And I'm going to try to get some, I'm going to try to get to the florals. I was playing around with this last night. I just used some little bit of garland here. And I was coming around with colors. So we might use some of these things. I'm hoping I'm getting to the florals. If I don't take too long, a lot of these, not all, you know, I know it looks ugly right now, but once we mix it together, it'll look really pretty. Okay, so that's my plan, man and women. And then we're going to probably use this ribbon I found that kind of matches the napkin. And we might use some just solid black and maybe some of that music note. I don't know, guys. We'll wait and see. Okay, so let me show you how, does anybody got any questions before I move forward here? Okay, let me show you how to find the center of a round. Okay, let's scoop some of that over. I really can't see too well on my board. I'm using parchment paper because I had to use tape to get the glitter off when I painted last night. I'm like, oh my God, I'll never get rid of all this glitter. Okay, so your line over here starts at a 1. Okay, you can use your mat, which I'll show you how to use that in a second. Okay, I've got an 18-inch ruler here. If you don't have one, you can use a 12-inch because this board is 18 inches wide, and we just need to find our center, which is 9 inches. Okay, so you're going to kind of put your ruler up here to the center. Okay, and if you have your board, your grid mat, I should say, and mine's backwards, of course. So we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is kind of going to be our center 9 line, like right here, right there. So I'm just going to kind of line my ruler up here. It's not necessary. okay? Because I'll show you how to find the center. Okay, and I'm just going to go right here. Just make a little dot of a line, okay? And you don't want to, once you get it drawn out, you just want to kind of erase it so it's lightly there, okay? Oh, I'm sorry, Nancy. Hey, Sherry, how are you? Okay, now we're going to go back in, and if you want to make sure, you just come back. Ooh, I did something on there. Oh, I was talking and not paying attention, guys. What did I say? 9? I went 8.75. I went 8 3/4 there. You ding dong. All right, let's go back over here to 9. Oh, for the love of Peter there. Okay, we drew our line. Okay, am I zoomed in enough so you can see? Let me zoom in a little bit more. Okay, so now we got 9. And we got 9. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to come up here. So we come down here since my ruler's upside down. Okay, we're going to go back over here to this 9 and just go across. So I've kind of got like a little cross here. I don't know if you can see. I don't know if I can zoom in any more than that. I can't. But there's a cross. Okay, so now we found our center to our, okay, this is how we're going to make our band, because you want an even band going across here, okay? So now all we're going to do is, remember I said we're going to use our grid board, okay? You don't have to worry about it. Let me trim. I wish I didn't have to have this parchment paper under here. Can you see my grid lines kind of under my board somewhat? Let me cut some of these so I can explain it a little better. All right, so now I'm going to take my 18-inch roller. If you've got something that's a straight edge that's long enough to go across your board. Okay, so now we're going to go across here, and we're going to put it between 2 lines here. Okay, we got 2 straight lines going down here. Okay, that's how we know our board is centered. Okay, now I'm going to take this edge of this ruler, come down here, come up here, and make sure it's right here in this line, Okay, that way, what are you doing? This new pup's coming down here now. I got to keep an eye on her. She's being a little crazy. Getting in some of my stuff. So I gotta keep an eye on her. Alright, so now I got that lined up and this lined up. I'm gonna draw these dark on here so you guys can see. So now we found our center of our board. Okay. So now all we have to do is go back and take our ruler. I want a 6-inch band. Okay, so I'm gonna take my ruler. Okay, I'm going to put that line at the 6, stand up to do this so you can see. Can you see good? Let me zoom out just a hair. There we go. I'm going to take it and line it up at the 6, right here. Okay. And I'm going to go down to the 3, right there. That's 3 inches. I'm going to go up here to the 9, another 3 inches. I'm going to move it down here and do the same thing. 3, 9. Okay, I'm gonna take a longer ruler again here. It's got paint all over. I got crap all over this ruler. I need a new one, so it don't lay flat real nicely. I'm gonna have to hold this. Okay, so I'm just gonna line up these 2 marks I made right here. Okay, pretty sweet baby Jesus. My thing don't move. I need to sharpen my pencil. I got my pencil. Okay, we got our first band line. Okay. Now we got our, whoops, did that a little bit. Now we got our second band line. Okay. Now we've got our 6-inch band that we need for our board. Okay, zoom out a little bit So you see how I did that? I hope you can see. I tried to draw it darker. Okay, and this is where, before you paint it, you're going to go back and you're going to, this one's not quite as necessary because we're going to Modge Podge up and just over a little bit of that line. Okay, we still want to see it a little bit through our paint. This one, you just want to kind of go back and just erase that line. It's not going to be necessary anymore. Okay, so just go back and just erase that line. Okay, and your eraser will do it. Okay, I'm sure they make better like pencils and stuff you could probably find. Okay, I didn't erase it very well because we're going to move forward. Okay, so anybody got any questions about how to do find your center band? Okay, because now we got the even space here, even space here. Easy peasy, right? Alright, let's get down and get going, because we're already 10, almost 15 minutes into this. So again, if you just joined, I went ahead and pre-painted this and painted my band with whitewashed, what was it called again? Folk art wicker white and deco art like khaki with the water. Just a little dab of that color. Okay. And I did Modge Podge the center because we want to put our vinyl lettering on here. I kind of wanted to Modge Podge that. Okay. So now we're going to get on to the Modge Podge, guys. Okay. I got one napkin already. Okay. I think I can get rid of this parchment paper now, since I flipped it over. I wanted to show you the back, but I didn't want to get any more glitter on this front, which I did anyway, so you'll have that. So I've got 2 mats, guys. This is my painting mat. Y'all see the other side. It's horrible. Alright, so let's get the Modge Podging. We're going to use a hair dryer to dry this. I wish I had a bigger brush. I already used it, and I bought some of these from the Joann's, and they're, you start the Modge Podge and it just pulls the what do you call it, the bristles out. Okay, so I'm not fighting with those. I'm fighting with glitter. I don't want to fight with the bristles too, y'all. All right, so we're just gonna pour some of this right on here. Okay, I'm just gonna pour some of this on here tonight, guys. Like I said, I already did some of this, so I'm just going to put a generous coat on here. Okay. Just a generous coat. I'm just using this foam brush. Okay. Hey, Deb, how are you, girl? Okay. Pretty generous there, I think. Can't tell on this light, y'all. I'm just saying. We got enough. I'll make sure I got it all around the edges and whatnot. Okay. Now we're just going to hope that don't sink. It's probably going to. Okay. So what we're going to do is take our hair dryer and just dry that just a hair on low. Without blowing everything off the table. Well, we won't need that anyway, right? Just a little bit. Okay. So what we're going to do, let's scoop that out. We're going to take our napkin. We're going to figure out which way we want it. I want these struts to go down. Okay. So I'm probably going to need, let's see. Shoot. Oh, here it is. I'm going to need my rotary cutter. I'm going to cheat. I'm going to knock that off the table. Watch. I'm going to use this rotary cutter. And I'm going to cut. Oh, dang it. I just ripped part of my napkin. Oh, crap. Alright, so let's cut this gold off this one side. Which one has a logo on it? There was a kind of a writing on here. Shoot. I'm going to turn it this way now. I'm so mad I ripped that. hope that I don't have to get a whole new napkin. No, I'll be good. I'll be good. We're just gonna have to cut that part of that logo off. Oh, that makes me so mad. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is just take this and cut this gold. Oh, I want that one. You know what? We're gonna cut this one. This is how we're gonna cut it off. We're gonna go this way. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of line it up. It doesn't have to be pretty. Okay, we're just gonna kind of line that up. Take our rotary cutter. Let's move it. I need my rulers from work. They have the foam backing. And you can use scissors. Okay. You can use scissors. Okay. So now we're just going to take this. So I'm going to jack that napkin up. Okay. Because this is kind of tacky. We're going to come over here. Pull this off to the edge. And we're just going to go right above our pencil line. Okay. Because we're going to go back over top of this with more of the Modge Podge. And we had to add a little bit more. I don't think I went thick enough. I might not have went thick enough. That's okay. Because we don't want to, if you use too much, it seems to kind of stretch it and make it really wrinkly and kind of crappy. So we don't want to do that. But if you need a little bit more, like right here, you could surely add that to that. I think like right here, I think we'll need a little bit more. That's why I said be pretty generous with it. Okay. Okay. All right, now let's add our other piece. We're gonna need another napkin now. That's Susan. Oh no, we're not. Let's, oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Hold please. We're gonna cut this off. Use this. Okay. Now we're gonna add this. I'm gonna add a little bit more. I'm not trusting myself here that I added enough. So I lost the line. Sorry if I'm missing your comments, y'all. Okay. I'll pull it back up in just a second. Okay, so now I'm looking for my line again. I think I went way above my line there on this one. Well, that's all right. We're leaving it. Okay. I did it again. Went way above my line. Put that there. There. Okay. I'm just going to pat that down lightly again. Okay. And nobody will see that seam. Okay. Now we're just going to blow dry that a little bit. Being a little booger there. That one's being a little booger. Okay. So we're going to go over top of this. Okay. Let me, while I'm doing this, pull this line back up here. I lost y'all. Alright. Just use low heat. Okay. Sorry if I missed any comments. Hey Dawn, I'm so glad Dawn's back. My girlfriend's back. Mama girl, you down there, whatever. I missed her a lot. A lot. Okay, so we got that. Okay. Now, oh, thank you, Jesus. We have this here. So what I'm going to do to these edges, you can use an X-Acto knife. I'm going to take this. I'm going to stand up to do this. I wish I had a different file than this, but this is a file. It's got all kinds of crap on it, but it'll work. I'm just going to take this and just file around these edges here. Okay. And it's going to slowly break that loose. Okay. See how that just breaks that loose nicely? Okay. Just be gentle. Don't it goes. Yeah. Crazy. And just go down just like this. Okay. Okay. I think we're good. Now let's go back and do this. Save these. I don't know what we'll need. We pieced that together. I don't think it's quite so noticeable. Actually, it is. I'm going to have to redo that piece. But for tonight, we're going to leave this alone. See what I did wrong, guys? I was so worried about the pattern. See that black and black together? White, white, black, black, white, white, black, black. Yeah. We're going to have to adjust that. But I will do that off the line. I'll rip this piece back off. Actually, maybe I'll go. See, this is how it should have been. So I'm going to save that piece. Like that. And then I probably will do my own gold. I might just cut across here and paint my own gold. Across there. Okay? I did not catch that. I apologize, y'all. Make sure your checks are matching. Oh my goodness. Now, to try to get these napkins apart is another challenge in itself. Okay, I do pull, see there's 2 layers of this white backing on the back here. Just be very gentle. Okay. And pull that off. Okay. So now we got our next napkin. And I did get these off Amazon. I'm sorry guys if I didn't tell you that. Okay. That's making me angry. I didn't catch that. Dang it, Bobby. Okay, so let's just spread this around here. Don't get too gloppy around the sides. Okay. Get it over your line just a little bit. Okay. Slop it around your side. Just run your brush around. Okay, I'm looking kind of in the light here to see if I've got it kind of on there good enough, thick enough everywhere. So now that brush. Everybody remember doing this back when I remember when I was young. We'd go, we'd get them, like them purses, them wooden purses. Anybody else do that? And then you decoupage it and cut cards out or do whatever. And then make a nice wood box purse. It was so great. Wasn't it? Alright, I think I'm just gonna, let's see where we want to go with this one. We're going to take this one over a little bit. I think we're just going to cut this edge off and go as far as we can. I'm going to get brave and do it with the scissors. Get brave. Well, I could have cut a 1-inch square off here instead of just this little piece. That would have been so much easier, Susan. Come on. Get it together. Yeah, would have been easier with the rotary cutter. Alright, here we go. Oh, I missed a spot. Sorry, y'all. I do see it. Missed a spot. Okay, so now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to line up our gold right up here, a little bit above our pencil line. Okay, just a little bit. Just cause, dang, I missed that too. Almost damn, I can't see. Ooh. I didn't dry it this time. I thought, you know what, we gotta move it on, little doggies, a little bit. Okay, I'm just spreading this out. If you want to pull it up lightly. Okay, see how if it's too wet, it can wrinkle really bad. Well, you don't want it to wrinkle So bad. Okay. Dang, I must be blind as a bat because I am missing all over the place. See it wrinkling? Just lightly spread that out. If you see it not sticking around the edges, like evidently I'm blind and can't see what I've Modge Podged, and I just ripped that little piece. Luckily, I don't think anybody will notice. That's what happens when it gets too wet. That's why I usually tell you to kind of hair dry it a little bit. Okay. Because it kind of makes it tacky. Okay. Alright, so now we got a top. We got a top. I'm going to have to adjust that, like I said, and pay attention this time to what I'm doing. Okay. So we're just going to cut across here. Oops. Get my napkin. Cut across. Okay. Now hopefully, well, see, that's not going to work. So we're definitely going to have to, I'm definitely going to make my own gold line across here with some paint, because no matter what I do, this is not going to work out the way I want it to. So let's use this piece. Nope. Yeah, we're going to have to make our own gold line. In a perfect world, this would have worked out nicely, but it did not. So we are going to cut our gold. Try to follow that line. My rotary cutter. Guys, you can use a ruler to do this. You don't trust how straight you can cut it. Alright, so I didn't cut the right one off. There we go. I think that one dried out a little bit too much. Yeah, this is fun to play with. Fun to play with. Okay. Whoops. Let's see, which way was I going? Don't worry about my raw edge right there. Because like oh, that's really bad. What the heck did I do? I'm cutting the wrong side, y'all. I'm getting so confused. I'm going to go right here. These checkers are they're confusing me. They's confusing me. Okay. So again, don't mind that my it's not quite lined up. Get out there. Oh, I can put that back on there. Get that there. I'll have to pull a little tight, stretch it out to make it match. Okay. And just be careful and lightly pat that down. Just kind of spread that down. Okay, anybody got questions? Hey, Michelle. I know, right? I had it in my mind when I was like, oh my God, this would be perfect. I'll just do this. And it's like, my napkin's not big enough. So, we had to glue the thing I want to glue on there off. We can go back and glue this on, but you know, like I said, I think I want to put my own painted gold I think I want to put my own gold. I can buy some gold trim. We might do that if I get done here. I can't see. It's so little, I can't hardly cut it. Yeah, what? We're going to paint our own gold across here. I'm not messing with that. Stretch that out a little bit so we can fix that. That's why I like this pattern, because it's forgivable. And you won't see Like I said, guys, try to put a little bit more on than I did, and then lightly dry it or let it set up to get a little bit tacky to stick it on there first. And then that helps. Again, now we're going to use our file. Hey, Carol Ann, how are you? We're just going to go down around these edges. Okay? Just be, kind of gentle. No, I'm never gentle. Okay? And you could use a sanding block. You don't have to use a file. Okay? You could use... I had one down here. I can show you. Hold on. Yeah, that you can do too. What the heck did I do with that sanding block? I just had it last night. Did you take my sanding block? Right under all these flowers. Oh, well, anyway, you know what a sanding block is. You could use one of those and just go around the edges with one of those. Okay? So here's our, whoops, our see that huge mistake I made? Where's it at? I see it in the camera. Oh, right here. See how huge that stands out? You got to pay attention to your squares. Okay? Like I said, I really want to fix this right now. But guess what? We're not going to fix that. I'm going to have to get that off and sand that part down. So for tonight, we'll make that our top. Okay? But do you understand? That's how important it is to pay attention to your pattern. So I'm glad that happened so I could show you that. Pay attention to your pattern. All right. Let's put this vinyl lettering on, okay? This right here is probably going to be... since I gotta redo that, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna redo it anyway, regardless. So we're just gonna make that our top in case we do our florals on here tonight. Or should I make it the bottom? I think we're gonna make that the bottom. So keep in mind, don't pay attention to that because I am gonna go back with gold. I've also got some gold trim. Oh, I got this. I bought, but I'm not sure if I want to use this because I don't want to make it so fancy. So I think I'm going to take this off right here and here and go back in with some gold paint or my gold paint pen and just go, what I'm going to do right now just so you can get the visual, so you don't see how nasty this looks without the that gold on there. But I'm going to go back and paint over the napkin too. Okay? And if you need to, you can use some painter's tape to keep your lines straight. With this pattern, you don't really have to worry about it too much. So see, look, fixed. Alright, so I'm going to show you an easy trick to put vinyls on, okay? I do this every day. Okay? Most people will use... And I don't know what kind of mask y'all use. I don't have a Cricut. I do industrial size signage. Okay, so anyway. Oh, sorry, Carol Ann. Hey, Joanne, how are you? Hey, Melinda. Oh, I'm sorry, Carol Ann. I see you having connection problems lately. All right, so anyway, what I do is I take this mask, and instead of using tape, I'm going to take my mask, fold this back, okay, I'm just going to trim off a little bit right here, okay, now I've got something to hold that on there, okay, so now we're just going to kind of eyeball this at first, okay, that's what I usually do, I'm pretty good at eyeballing, okay, so you want to go by your longest part, and your longest part, that's where you're going to center your wording and stuff from. Don't worry about this line. It sits up higher. Okay, so we're going to get about 1 inch. About 1 inch. I got that right. Just by eyeball. We got about 2 3/8. And this one I didn't do so well. I did about 2 1/2. So we're going to squish that down just a little bit. But anybody notice? Nah. Will I notice? Yeah. Okay. So we got 1 inch here, and we got 1 inch here, right there and there. Now to double check, you want to find 2 common letters in this word. You got an E. So that's about probably 1 1/8. And that's probably about 1 1/8. Okay. So I didn't have to move that too much because I do this a lot. Let me grab my squeegee. I brought one home. It's in my coat. Where are you? Ah, here you are. All right. So now, I'm just going to squeegee that down a little bit. We're going to flip that up. Okay. This is a, woo, hello. Stay down there. This is a gold Oracle. Sometimes you got to be careful with taking your backing off. Trust me. Happens all day long. So just be careful. Kind of weasel it off there. Okay, so now I've got my vinyl stuck where I need it. Okay. With this felt squeegee, I'm just going to go burnish that down in there, squeegee that down. Okay. Now, when I take masking off, that all over my fingers, I usually pull it flat back, kind of at a 45-degree angle. And I need to get my X-Acto knife and fix that because it folded over just a hair. Okay. Now we got that there. Okay. Okay. Now I use a clear mask. Okay, so now the mask off, you can always go back over, just burnish it down again or squeegee it down again because it is a rougher surface. Okay, so for this, I use a clear backing. Okay, I have this clear mat. See, I got all the stuff at work, guys, so I'm very fortunate to have all this stuff at work that I can play around with. Okay, so now I can see to put this outline on top. Here, let me zoom in. Okay, so I've got my gold. This is clear, so I can just go look over top of here and place this. I probably put a 1/16 of an inch outline on here. Okay, just eyeball to where it looks even. Okay. I'm just going to squeegee that down onto that metallic gold. Oh, I'm loving this so far. Okay, this is a very fine, frilly, whoops. Modge Podge that back down again. Very, fine, delicate lettering. So you kind of want to. That is not sticking for me. I'm just going to do that. Ooh, I don't want to do that side because I got to take that side off. I got to take that side off. Okay, and this is kind of clear. You can use it over. It's kind of like contact paper, but ours is more professional. And boy, that is coming up too. I should have Modge Podged this before I kind of did the vinyl lettering. Then I kind of boogered it up because I didn't blow dry. I'm trying to hurry here, guys. You kind of want to blow dry in between coats. Okay, there we go. Now look how pretty this is. Look how pretty this is. Okay, look how cool. Okay, we got napkins and everything on here. Okay, I'm not going to go over the top of this with the Modge Podge because, like I said, I've got to pull this piece off. And there's a good chance I might have to sand that paint. Okay, so but what we are going to do now is, what have I got on there now? Oh, Modge Podge from my fingers. and like I said, we're going to go over this line with our pen there. So what we are going to do now is go over kind of lightly. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to dry that with a hairdryer first. Make sure that's completely dry. Before we go and Modge Podge over that, because if you Modge Podge over it, it can stretch that and tear it. Okay, anybody got any questions? Sorry about the hair dryer. Hey Joyce, how are you, Miss Joyce? I'm always at no good. You know that, Miss Joyce. Just thought I'd show you a cool way to make a quick round using deco Podge and stuff. I know you all probably used this stuff before. I'm just trying to show you an idea. And you can incorporate your Cricut lettering and whatnot into this stuff. And it's a wood round. I know you can get the wood rounds. I think Lori might sell them. And you can also get them at, where did I see them? Probably one of the local hardware, or the local hobby stores. I'm sure you can get them there. I think I have seen them. Okay, so now I'm just going to kind of go lightly over. And I'm only going to go like up and down. I'm not going to just, you know, paint like a freak. Okay, I'm just going to kind of lightly do this. And you can use as much as you want. Okay, just make sure it's kind of set up a little bit. Okay, and don't apply too much pressure. Okay. And again, these are the Mackenzie Phillips. There I go, Don. I'll say Mackenzie Phillips again. The Mackenzie Childs napkins. If you're feeling really froggy, and I've done it before, I've hand painted the pattern. I have hand painted it. I know not everybody can paint or wants to paint, so I thought I'd show you. And you can use whatever kind of napkins you want. Y'all, I mean, you can pick a pattern and go with it. Doesn't matter. Doesn't have to be this one. You can make any kind of word up you want to if you got the Cricut. Like I said, I work for a sign company. I have access to several Cricuts all day long, so it don't matter. Okay, just make sure you get around those edges a little bit in there, because like I said, we're going to go paint over that strip, because I'm not crazy about that. And then once I would probably let my vinyl sit up overnight. But again, I'm tearing that piece off. So, has anybody got any questions? Oh, it's always fun to do, and then you can always go and touch your edges of the outside up. Okay, you can always do that. I don't know if we're going to get to the florals tonight at all. I don't know. This might be our project for the night. And you can put 1 or 2 coats of your Modge Podge on here. Okay. Like pat it down. You see little air bubbles. Okay. Yeah, you can put 1 or 2 coats. I've done my kitchen. I've done the centerpiece. I did 2 white candles in this. I do 2 candle sconces. Another way you can do this, if you have like something with a lot of detail, I've got like a cheese grater I might want to do a little bit of this pattern on. You can do it and put it on there and let it dry. And then, or not let it dry, paint it the decoupage over it, let it dry some. And you can take one of your long lighters and burn out the holes. You just gotta be careful. So you don't burn the house down, y'all. Okay. Just gotta be careful. Okay. Okay. So I think that's fairly dry. Okay. So like I said, I'm not gonna do this top part because I totally lost track of my checkered pattern and didn't pay attention. Okay, but what I plan on doing is doing something like this with some of these florals. But obviously, I can't really quite do that. What I can do is, anybody got any questions on that? We can move on to the floral part. For now, just put that aside. Okay, so I think what I want to do, I've got some of these pulled out here. Let's see, we've got that, yes. I'm going to keep it fairly simple, and all this is a piece of the garland. You can use a piece off your wreath. You could use, you can make one of these, or you can use a foam block and attach to your board. Okay, I do need one more. I think I want to use that. Crap, where is it? Well, I'm not sure that that's. Oh, darn it. Well, alright. Oh, here it is. Alright. Got all kinds of greenery we could use here. Okay, so let's just start out with this. This is probably only basically 11, 12 inches wide. Okay, so I want to start out. I've got all these things, and this is a bunch of leftover stuff from last year, guys. Okay, so I've got, do need a little bit more of that. You might not use that. Okay, so what I want to start doing is I want to start with this. It's kind of long and fun. Okay, so what we're going to do, don't fall. Yep, it fell. Okay, so we're just going to stick this off in here, kind of towards this end, right down, kind of in there. Okay, because when we attach this, we're probably going to drill 2 holes and put a zip tie around to hold that on. Okay, so now we're going to turn this around over here on this side. I just want something kind of long hanging out the sides, and these I like because you can move them down or all the way up if that's what you choose and what you like. Okay, so let's see, I want this about even like the other one. So let's see, that's about even. That's about even, Steven. Okay, so now we're just going to do the same thing. We're just going to go in this little evergreen piece, and if you're using a foam block, that's kind of the same process. Okay, you're just going to poke it into that foam. Okay, spread that out. Okay, so now we got kind of this going on, and we could squish these down even further. Okay, so now we kind of got this stuff. See, we kind of got this stuff going on. Okay, just a little bit of draper. Get glue all over my hands already. Alright, so now I think I want to go in with some of this purple. Okay, this, I do have a number on this. This is obviously a Hobby Lobby. I think from last year. Item number 1212273. Okay, so we might use a couple of these. Okay, so I just wanted, this has a lot of purple in there, so I want to kind of match that purple. And I kind of like this one because this one is a pull up. Okay, so we've got, say we've got 2 of these. I just want to pull these. God, my hands don't work, guys. I'm getting so mad at my hands. They're so weak. I need some pliers to be my thumbs and my forefingers. Alright, so now that one came off. So let's trim this. Okay. Put that back down in there. It's splitting that plastic. That's what was making me mad. Okay, so now I'm making sure I got these about the same length. Okay. I think they look pretty, but that one doesn't have one of those on there. Oh well. We'll be alright. We'll cut another one. Okay, so just stick this down your glue. I'm going to go down in here. Okay. Ooh, that was hot. That was hot. Okay, let's find one with the stragglers on it. Where's the one with the stragglers? Here we go. And this one I'm going to push up before I cut it off. That'll be easier. Okay. Okay, we're going to come back over here. Go over this side. Do the same thing. We're just going to go right into our greenery. Okay. Now we're going to cut 2 more of those. Let's cut one more with. Let's cut one more without the stragglies. Let's try that. Because we'll have these kind of draping down. Yeah, I'll change my mind, guys. I'll change my mind like something in the wind, right? Alright, so there's that one. Let's cut one more of these off. Woo! Daggone, these won't slide. These are sliders. Oh, now I popped the top off all those. That just made me mad. Alright, these are making me mad, so we're taking those off. That really just made me mad. I get so mad at my hands. I hate my hands. I'm tired of my hands being so daggone weak. It's all this years of fine hand work and stuff. It's just taking its toll on me. Plus the arthritis. Okay, so we got kind of these going on. I might take some of them stragglers out, guys. I don't know. I'm just trying to do something quick here for you. Let's use some of these. Let's use a couple of those. Use a couple of those. A couple of those. Okay. Let's stick some of these in here. Okay. Oops. Stick this in here over on this side. Okay, I see how that kind of matches those colors. Okay. I'm trying to match up each side. Put that one on. And we can always go back with any kind of leaf filler that we want to fill in. I lost my other, here it is. Okay. And you don't have to add florals to the top. You could do a nice little bow. If that's what you would like to do, is do a nice little bow. That's all you would have to do. Let's do one without the bow. Okay. Stick one of those in there. Okay. And then I know it looks very bare and stuff, but oh, I just pulled that straggler right back up there. I know it looks kind of bare in here. So guess what, guys? You know what you can do? Excuse me. Oh, I forgot. I wanted to add some tulips. Oh my goodness. Heck yeah. Let's add some of these. Let's add, I want to add a couple more of these without the thing in here. That would look fine. Alright. Oh yeah, that looks, whoops, I keep pulling that sucker right back. Keeps getting caught on my gluey fingers. I might have to glue that one so that it stays pulled down. Okay. I think we might add some tulips. I'll add some of these tulips. Oh, I like that. I like that. I need to add that other one back over here. Maybe add this one back over here. I'll put that one down a little bit. Down a little bit, stick it right down. I should pick that one, I don't know. Right kind of down in there, around that one. Okay, now we got a couple more of these tulips. I think we'll be good, guys. I won't put you through the torture of making a bow. That Lori's coming on and my back is killing me. I'll think I need more of those over here. I'll have to go grab a couple more. You've been up a good little girl. Okay, I got a couple more of these we'll add in here. Okay. Okay. Let's take that one off there. Okay. Let's stick that one. Try to stick that one right down in there. Okay. Stick these two right on the other side, and I don't know if I'll, like I said, guys, I don't think I'm gonna finish the bow tonight. I will post. That one came off one of these little doodads here. My back is like killing me from work, so I might just show you the picture of the bow once I kind of get it done. But you see the gist. The bow will go in the center. This will go up and through here. Like I said, I got to fix this little pattern right here because I was not paying attention. But it was good I could show you. You need to pay attention when you're doing stuff like that to your patterns, okay? So I don't mind making mistakes because it shows you guys how and what to look out for, right? Right. Okay, so I think I kind of like that one. I'm not sure. I'm a little, yeah, let's see. Yeah, but here's where we're at. Here's what we did. Let's see here. So this is kind of where we're at. Okay, so I put that on there, and like I said, I would make some kind of small bow. Ooh, I don't think I like that now. I think we'll probably just use a black and maybe I'll see if I've got a purple or something. And we would just make a, you know, probably a simple bow with maybe 2 colors of 1.5 inch, or if I could find a solid 1.5 inch. I don't think I like this black. I want a little more color than that. Right, y'all? A little more color than just that. Okay, and then we would add our bow down here, and you could do as many loops as you would want down and through here. That would kind of be your tails. Well, hello. She's throwing stuff. Alright. And we would drill 2 holes and zip tie that. And like I said, I'd do more loops than this. And I would do it in a little bit more contrasting color. But I just kind of wanted to give you an idea. And we would cut, you know, our tails much shorter, obviously, than that. Okay. Like I said, I got to redo that and hand paint across here, then put one more coat of the Deco Podge on there. But I hope you guys like this. I hope you could see kind of how, you know, if you just get around, kind of what to do. And you could do anything on top. Like I said, just a bow, a floral arrangement. I'll probably do some adjustments. But I just wanted to kind of try to show you how to do this. And like I said, I will go over and hand paint this line. And again, like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect, because this pattern is a very unforgiving or forgiving pattern, because it's not perfect. Okay, so that'll be, you know, something that adds to the character of your sign. So anyway, oh gosh, so I gotta sit down. Just my back. Anyway, I hope you guys like this project. If you guys got any more ideas of something you want to see, let me know. Please let me know. So anyway, thank you guys. I hope you like this project. Sorry, it does take a little bit longer. It is a little bit longer project. I always feel like I can get stuff done, and I can't. So, but anyway, I will probably see you over maybe on Lori's live. But anyway, again, I will post pictures of this after I get it done. And I will hopefully see you guys next week. And as always, guys, when it's all black clouds, find the sun. And as always, laugh and live with a half full cup, because, guys, life's too short. So make sure you do that too. Okay? Yeah, I'll just, you know me, I'll keep playing with this. But all right, guys. Thank you so much. Oh, yeah, that would too. You could do that. You could just poke them in for Easter. But this is one you can keep around all year long. You can do anything with these rounds. But I just want to kind of show you, because I love this pattern. And this is probably going to be mine. Maybe. I don't know. But I've got a lot of this in my house that I've done. So I thought this would be a good one to show you guys. Okay, you can use your crickets. You could do, it incorporates a bunch of different stuff. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and everything. I seriously need to put my hand over that big mistake. It's driving me insane, you guys. Every time I look at the camera, I'm like, oh my goodness. Pay attention to your pattern, guys. Lesson learned from Susan tonight. Okay. So anyway, all right, guys. Thank you all so much. Thanks, Trace. Thanks, Linda. Melinda. Thank you all very much. I will see you guys and post this. Maybe see you this weekend on my live. All right, guys. All right. Have a good night. Love you guys. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys.